welcome to Theme Park Academy. I am tour guide Barbie, and today's lesson is all of the less popular attractions at Magic Kingdom and why you should be spending your time on those instead of waiting for Peter Pan. Theme park attendance is at an all-time high right now. And with the coming attractions in the next couple years, it's not ending anytime soon. In fact, the only way to guarantee that the park won't be busy is to come during a hurricane these days. So there are some attractions at Magic Kingdom that you really don't have to wait for, but I think a lot of people don't know that much about them, and instead they spend 2-3 hours in lines for rides that are very, very short. So we're going to show you some of these attractions that I personally love and think would be a much better use of your time. First up, we have Carousel of Progress. If you are into nostalgia, you can't beat this because Walt himself designed it for the 1964 New York World's Fair. It then moved to Disneyland and was there until about 1975 or so, and was replaced with America Sings, and then it came here and has been here ever since. Because this is essentially a large rotating theater, it can seat a lot of people all at once. So the wait for this is never long. You get a really cool history lesson, and one of the best songs ever is in this ride. It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. So I love, love, love the Carousel of Progress. Make sure if you haven't seen it, you at least watch it one time. Especially if it's the summer, if it's hot, if it's rainy, if it's both. This is a great 20-minute break from that. The only complaint about this ride is they need to update it to this century now and just have a scene where everyone is just doing this. For 5 minutes, and that's it. The line for the Speedway right now, over 50 minutes. This ride, you go like 3 miles an hour. You get fumes blown into your face. You have no control over where you can go because you're on a track. Kids freak out about this ride, and I've never understood why. To me, it's just a pain. Next up, we have Mickey's Philharmonic over here in Fantasyland. This is a 7-minute long 3D movie about Donald and all kinds of mayhem with music, kind of like show version of Fantasia a little bit. It's really, really cute. It's been open for almost 20 years, but it has held up really, really well. You don't usually need a fast pass for it, although it is available. Usually the longest you'd ever even wait is 15 minutes because, again, it's a very large theater and it holds a lot of people. And no one wants to come here. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train right now is 180 minutes according to the app. Fortunately, since we had a fast pass, I got to go through and time it for you. Exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds from the time we left the station until we pulled up in front of the Seven Dwarf animatronics at the very end. 2.5 minutes and they are waiting 180 minutes for it. That's insane. It's a fun ride. It's a very smooth roller coaster if you have a fast pass, if you're here first thing in the morning, if you're here during extra magic hours, sure. But 180 minutes for a little kid's roller coaster, I don't get it. Don't do this. This ride is 2 minutes long and almost 50 years old. I love Peter Pan, but the Peter Pan segment and the Philharmonic show was almost half as long as this ride. This is not worth 2 hours. Stop doing this. Next up, we have the Hall of Presidents. For as long as this has been here, I hear over and over again that people have not come here, have no idea what it is. So all the presidents that we've had thus far are represented in animatronic form. They give a lesson, obviously, about the history of our country. If you haven't seen it, you should come see it at least just one time. Whether or not you're a fan of the current administration, you should still come check this out.
A new nation has been born, independent and free.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure.
To shake up the status quo, that's America.
Our presidency is no longer just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history.
Next up is my personal favorite, the Enchanted Tiki Room. This has been here since day one. It's had a couple different versions, but they have returned it to its classic state. I love it. Just about 10 minutes long. Lots of great music in here. They've got birds singing, flowers singing. They have tiki gods chanting. It's a lot of fun. Let's go. Oh, wait, most importantly, I can bring my coffee in here. Thank you, Keegan.
You got it.
Personal story I have concerning the Tiki Room. For a while back, like in the early 2000s, I'm not sure exactly when it started, they redid it for a bit. They had like this Tiki goddess that would come out, and you can now find her over at Trader Sam's at the Polynesian Resort. But they also added in Zazu from The Lion King and Iago from Aladdin, and they were like the narrators of the show. My grandmother, she was telling me how she thought it was so cool that they had added an elf to the Tiki Room. And I was like, no, Granny, that's not, no, he's not a bird or a Disney character or a bird at all. And she was very insistent that Alf was now at the Tiki Room. I could never change her mind. Next we have the Country Bear Jamboree, another indoor show. This is great if you have people on Splash Mountain and then you have little ones that don't want to go on it, or maybe people on Jungle Cruise or you're waiting in this area. It's just continuous shows all day long, no fast passes needed. And then you see all the country bears, including Wendell Bear, who I have a personal connection with. Showtime! we've helped you learn about some of the other attractions here at the Magic Kingdom. With as crazy as this park has been today, we walked in here and the longest we waited for any of these attractions was 10 minutes. So be aware, there's lots to do here without waiting over 100 minutes in a line, because we don't want you to have to do that with your time. Please leave us a comment, let us know which attraction is your favorite here at the Magic Kingdom, or maybe something else you'd like to see from this park or another park. And if you could, give us a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to hit subscribe. I am Tour Guide Barbie with Theme Park Academy. Thank you for joining us. Class dismissed. As an adult, you would do the hokey pokey. They'd say no. And then I'd say, I didn't think I get paid to do it.
Tour Guide Barbie is explaining to us that she used to do the hokey pokey. Did you have to? During hoedowns. Did you have to shake it all about?
I did. Oh, there it is. It's happening right now.